Okay. Gonna do a little bit different this morning. If anyone's out there, let's see. Make sure I got my stuff. I'm out here in front of my truck. And let's see, I got my keys and my wallet, my phone, my glasses, my little check down. Gotta make sure I got everything. Let's see here. So I'm just getting up. So there's the truck behind me. I slept in the truck last night. And then I just got up about an hour ago, woke up, and next thing I know, it's 9 o'clock. And I still haven't had my morning coffee yet, so I'm gonna walk over here. There's a Starbucks across the street. I'm in Lathrop, California, and again, I'm not really watching the chat. It's kind of hard to see, so I apologize if anyone is chatting and I'm ignoring you. If I don't acknowledge that you're here. It looks like, I don't know, it might be one person in there. I don't know who it is. It's a mystery. I'm on the iPhone, so I don't see the chat. Like, it might pop up. If someone says hi right now, it'll probably pop up for a quick second. But it did, and I can't see. Is that Fred? I couldn't see what it was. Let's see. See, it pops up, and but it's so bright out here. I think that might have been Fred. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Anyhow, thank you for being here. We're just gonna take a walk today. We're gonna take a little walk here in Lathrop, California. It's Central California, just south of Stockton, California. Probably 10 or 15 miles south of Stockton, I suppose. And it's a nice day out already. It's feels warm. I don't know, 70 degrees maybe Fahrenheit. And it's calm. There's no wind. So I have to deal with the wind. And let's see. It's supposed to be really warm today. I guess temperatures are above normal. It's a nice little Toyota. It's kind of like my CSR2 game. I like that. Yeah, but temperatures are about 10 degrees above normal for this time of year. So we're still having some warm temperatures. Okay, so I was just able to see the chat real quick. So they call me Rose is in the house. Thank you very much, Rose, for being here. I mean, they call me Rose because I know Rose is not your real name, but I'll just know you as Rose. Just gonna go across the crosswalk. And let's see, there's a Burger King. Sometimes I have had Burger King breakfast over here, and oh boy, gotta be careful. These guys stretching that light out. If I jumped right out into the crosswalk, I would have got ran over. So when I go into, I'll probably go into Starbucks. I think the Starbucks is right past the Burger King. When I go in there, I guess I don't know if I should shut down the live or not, because I also have my, my rewards card thing is on the phone. I always like to use that because you get little stars, little points and stuff. And I don't know if I can do that and simultaneously, it might cut the, I guess what I'm trying to say is it might cut the live feed off when I go to try to use my, the Starbucks app. So if that happens, then I'll just probably restart it after I leave the Starbucks, maybe. Oh boy, I get some steps in. So, it looks like maybe, I've been talking the last few weeks about the load board and how it's been really screwy and everything. Hopefully this is a good sign that maybe things are getting back to normal as far as the loads are concerned, because I've already booked the load I'm on now. I'm taking it to Phoenix. I've already got a load booked out of there, out of Lake Havasu back up to here. Red Bluff is north of here. And then just now I booked another load after that load, come back down here to Tracy, and then take it back up to Washington State. So I'm kind of booked up here. I got, plenty of loads. So hopefully that is a good sign of things to come. I think that's the Starbucks right across the street. See that line of cars over there? Yeah, that's Starbucks. I'm gonna have to jaywalk. It's a good thing that I heard there was a new law where you won't get a ticket if you jaywalk. See, this is why the law is good, because there's no fucking crosswalks around here. But I have to jaywalk to get my coffee. What the hell, Expecting to walk like an extra mile to find a crosswalk? Okay. Oh shit, there's cars coming. I don't want to get run over. Still don't want to get run over, even though I won't get a ticket. All right, I made it. Made it across the street. There's the beautiful Starbucks. So I'll be getting me some Starbucks coffee, and be getting me a breakfast sandwich of some sort. Where is everybody? Just because I didn't start the show with my music and all of that fancy stuff, you can't come on to the show and check me out. Check out the Trucker John show. We're doing this is like a special live thing, remote. This is what we call a remote. Okay, so I'm outside. I guess we'll leave it running. I'm gonna switch over to the app. It might kill the thing. Maybe I won't do the app. I'll just order, pay like a regular person. All right. I might have to stuff you guys in my pocket though. I'll probably get the double smoked bacon cheddar and an egg sandwich. I really like that. And okay. Hey, Kentaro. I'm talking kind of low because I'm inside the place. I don't want to be one of those people that talks loud into their phone, you know? Okay, guys. All right, guys. I think I'm back. The stream got interrupted when I was ordering, and I'm back. So I'm here at the Starbucks. I just ordered my breakfast, my coffee. I think that's me. All right, so now I got my coffee. Cheers. That's good. So here we are in Lathrop, California. I'm just having my morning coffee. I felt like saying, she said, she called the drinks out, and she said extra hot. I felt like saying, you're extra hot. Check her out, man. She's pretty hot. Well, I'm the only one here now. When I came here, there was full of people. I must have chased everybody out. Oh, thank you. So I was just going to take this back to the truck and eat it, but I don't know, maybe I'll just eat it here. Yeah, they put the cream and sugar in for you now. They don't let you do it yourself. This might be a little bit more cream than I would normally put in, but it tastes good. Okay, so I got a sandwich and then I got a bagel. So just had to get the bagel, didn't I? I couldn't have just been satisfied with the sandwich. I'll be right back. So we're just doing breakfast with Trucker John. Ooh, look at that! Ooh, look at bacon, egg, and cheese. It looks pretty good. And they were out of cream cheese. So. Alexis? I don't. Oh, there she. She must have been in the bathroom. But no cream cheese. They were out of cream cheese. So, but they did give me some butter. Was that Kiki Streets I just saw a flash on there real quick? I guess they should have sooner cut off no parts maintenance for all. I agree, Kinky Streets. I think I even posted something to that effect on somewhere. Oh yeah, because it was Chris Murphy. He posted as a congressman from Massachusetts or Maine or something. And he posted something about that. And I said, I just wrote time to cut him off. And then I was referring to basically the Saudis and I guess the OPEC nations in general. Time to cut those bastards off from our military aid. And they're gonna fuck with us with oil production. Just trying to play a little bit of hardball. They want to fuck with us? Well, we can fuck right back with you. No more military aid for you. Cocksuckers. Anyhow, good to see you, Kiki Streets. Haven't seen you in a while. I'm glad you're back. Glad you're on this very special edition of the Trucker John Show, coming at you live from the Starbucks in Lathrop, California. California. Using my coffee cup as a stand for my phone. Yeah, I agree, Jolie. Don't fuck with Biden. Does Biden? He's a pretty smart dude. All I need is cream cheese for these bad boys, and it'd be perfect. I think I need a refresher course on the on our U.S. government, on our history. I forget a lot of shit. Yeah, I didn't hear that, Jolie. I haven't heard that yet. The hot mic. I'll have to look for that. See, that's the problem, Julie. I don't even smoke pot. I forget shit. Just think if I did smoke pot. That'd be a mess. Well, maybe kind of referring to what King Street had posted. You know, Biden has been down in Florida and all that stuff. Maybe he will say something. I'm not sure what he can do. I mean, my first thought was, okay, cut those guys off from military aid. But I'm not sure if he could just do that with a wave of his hand, or things are in the budget. But I guess he could come out and say, okay, in future budgets, I'm not going to authorize, military spending or aid to Saudi Arabia or whatever. We'll see. So we'll see if he says anything. I'm willing to give him a day or two. And they just announced that yesterday. I think OPEC. About what OPEC, was going to slow down the production. Which just goes to show again that all of this stuff is market manipulation. The stuff that affects these prices, market manipulation by OPEC, and then you got your price gouging by the big oil companies. Sonia, I got to eat this breakfast, get back to the truck, and then get back on the road. I was supposed to be in Phoenix today, but it's not going to happen. I'll be there tomorrow morning. But see, the thing about this, the load I'm under, I do these loads all the time. They're just what's called, they're just returns, basically. So it's no big deal if I get there tomorrow. They don't really. It's not like a load of, a shipment that they're expecting, and to fill an order or something like that. These are just basically returns. When people return an item. So for that area from where I picked it up in Salem. You know, there's just returns for that whole region probably. And then I'm taking it back to Phoenix. And then so if I get there, you know, tomorrow, it's fine. They've never said anything like if the delivery, if it's a little bit past the delivery window. But like I said, if this was like a regular load with was like new merchandise and they wanted to get it in and get it and you know, so they could, you know, ship it out to a store, then that's a little bit different. Kinky Streets, I know. I need to balance this meal out with an apple or orange. They say an apple a day keeps the doctor away, right? I should get me an apple. I'm right by a store, but you know I'm not gonna. Come on, you know me by now. I'm not gonna do that. I guess, should I just keep this thing going? I haven't shaved in like, I guess since my son's wedding, about 3 weeks ago. Wow. Did you get the jab, Kinky Streets? I'm gonna get my 5th one as soon as I get home. My daughter works at a Starbucks, by the way. And here's the thing about shingles. I guess it's been 6 years now. Just trying to think of the year. I think it was 2016. I got really sick. And at first, I didn't know what it was. You know, because it's almost like flu-like symptoms or something. But I was getting really sick, like so sick I couldn't drive. And I was out on the road. I was out in Colorado. And I remember I was at the truck stop in Aurora, Colorado, and I was getting so sick. I was like, I can't drive. I can't do anything. And so I remember I had to. I think I got. Instead of Ubering, I just rented a car through that one app. It's not like a regular rent-a-car place, but it's like where you can rent other people's cars. Because I didn't know where I was gonna go. I was trying to find a hospital. It's kind of weird. I ended up finding this hospital like, I don't know, 10 miles away. So I rented that car, and when I went to the hospital, I went to emergency, and then they said, you got shingles. And I was like, didn't even know what shingles was. So and it was getting pretty bad. Like it was starting to break out, like all over my legs or something. You know, like went to my groin area and everything. And they're like, yeah, that's pretty serious. And they, I think they just prescribed a bunch of antibiotics. I don't think I got a vaccine because maybe at that point it was too late, you know, because you got it, right? So I don't think I got any. I don't remember getting a shot or anything, but maybe they did. I don't know. But I know they prescribed me antibiotics. And then I just took those. And I remember I just kind of like, I think I just stayed in my truck for like a few days, and I started getting better. I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I got a hotel or not. I don't think I did. I think I just stayed in my truck because I was parked at Flying J or whatever it was, and I just took those meds, and within like the next day, I was already feeling better. But then I think it took about 2 or 3 days before I really felt good enough to start driving again. So that's kind of a scary thing when you're not on the road. It happened to me back to back. 2015. The reason I can remember this is 2015 was the year I got my truck, this truck that I have, and I was just changing over from being a company driver to being an IC. And I was still an IC. I was just like, I think, just a few weeks away from where I was going to go get my new truck and become an IC. But I was technically still a company driver. And I was in Casa Grande, Arizona. And all of a sudden I started feeling really sick. Like all day, it was just coming on. And I just thought, well, it's like a flu or something. I started getting a temperature, and I was kind of sweaty. And then I was feeling nauseous. And then I remember I parked for the night, and I just thought, well, I'll just get some sleep, and I'll feel better in the morning, probably. But it wasn't going away. And then I started vomiting. And I remember I just was using like plastic bags to vomit into. That's kind of gross, right? And I was just, I just kept vomiting over and over and over again. So finally I got to the point where I was like, okay, this isn't getting better. I can't just go to sleep. I can't even sleep, So, you're out on the road and in a truck, in an 18-wheeler. What do? So I remembered down the road on the main street of Casa Grande, I think I remembered there was a hospital. And I also remembered that there was a Home Depot across the street. So I thought, and that sometimes, trucks park in that parking lot. So I thought, okay, I'll just park in that Home Depot parking lot and check myself into the emergency ward. And that's what I did. And I remember driving and feeling really sick and nauseous, and I was worried that I was going to vomit when I was driving, But anyhow, I made it to the Home Depot, and I parked, and then I vomited into a plastic bag. And then I walked across the street to the hospital and to check myself into emergency. And they yeah, Jolie, I see independent contractor. And so they took me in, and I said, I think I vomited like in the emergency room or in the waiting room into one of their trash cans, into a wastebasket. And they're like, bring him in. And they took me in right away and put me in a room, examination room, and then they started, I think they put me on an IV or something, and then they put me in, I guess x-rays and all kinds of stuff. And then they're like, you got pancreatitis. And I was like, what the hell is pancreatitis, man? And then they explained it, and I can't really explain it, but anyhow, it's like your enzymes or doing something, I don't know. So then they admitted me to the hospital, and I ended up staying in the hospital for a couple nights with pancreatitis. And I remember I called Schneider. I was just worried, like, I was like, hey man, I'm in the hospital. I parked my truck over across the street, and I go, I'm supposed to be getting my new truck a couple weeks ago. This isn't gonna like affect that. I was just worried that they were gonna like pull the IC contract from me or something. But they were really cool. They were really nice. They're like, no. You get well. You stay in that hospital, and keep us updated. The truck will be okay where it's at. It's, just you get well or whatever. And so they were like really cool about it, And then within a couple of days, I started feeling better. And then it was like that. After the second night, the next morning, they released me. So, and I felt 100% better after that. They were just had me on a constant IV drip thing with whatever it was in there. I don't know. And then I got in my truck and just went back to work. And then a couple weeks or 2-3 weeks later, I got my truck. And I started my career as an IC driver. And but the thing that's kind of scary about it is you're out on the road and stuff like that happens. You're just kind of all alone. Feel like you're on your own, far away from home, in a hospital bed, where I could have died at first if I hadn't gotten in there. Maybe it's pretty. I guess pancreatitis is pretty serious, but I got out of there and I haven't had any type of relapse or whatever. I don't know. Because some people said, one person told me that once you get it once, and then if you get it again, you die. That was just another truck driver, though. Those guys could be pretty stupid. I know because I am one. So, but and then the next year, so that was 2015. And then the next year is when I got the shingles, and I remember thinking. So I'm like in my mid 50s, and I'm like, oh shit. So this is what's going to happen now. I'm going to start getting all these fucking stupid diseases and illnesses, because I'm in my 50s now. But fortunately, knock wood, I don't think I've had anything that serious since those two things. I mean, I did during COVID, when COVID first hit, and before we had vaccines. I know I got really, really sick, like 2 or 3 times. I'm really sick. Like, I don't think there was any vomiting involved, but definitely like diarrhea and stuff like that, and just really. Fever and all that kind of stuff. And I thought maybe I had COVID, but I never did. And there was a few times where I thought this must be COVID, but I'm out on the road, and there weren't, at that time, there weren't really tests available, So I just rode it out in my truck, and I pretty much would just shut down and just self-quarantine in my truck. And that happened, I think, like 2 or 3 times. God, I hope that was my hair. I just pulled that out of my mouth. But I don't think it was COVID. I guess it was just some flu or something. I don't know. Anyhow, enough of this gross talk about vomiting and diarrhea. At breakfast, no less. At breakfast time, I am done with my breakfast. I hope you all enjoyed watching me stuff food into my pie hole. And if you want, you're more than welcome to join me on my walk back to the truck. See, I wish you could get free refills if you just get like a regular coffee, which is really all I usually ever get at Starbucks. I wish they could just top you off on the way out, you know? I wonder if I should just order another coffee. Maybe just what do they call smalls? Venti's large, right? And grande is medium, I think. Or is grande small? I always forget. I just know Venti is large because that's what I always get. Maybe I can just get whatever the small is called. And just to top off my coffee here. I think I might have cash. I'll just pay cash. I'm not getting any points on my app by doing it this way. Tall is small. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll just get a tall. And then, because I'm about half full on this Venti. And who knows, they might even just top it off for me. Hi. Do you guys do like just refills, like free refills on coffee? Just regular coffee? Oh, okay, cool.
What was it?
It's just coffee, regular coffee.
You want the sugar and cream stuff?
Maybe just the coffee. I think there might be enough cream in there.
Okay, you just want me to top it off?
Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
Well, that was cool. She's just gonna top it off for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You too. Thank you. All right. So, well, that was cool. See, that's the power of ask. Are you guys familiar with the power of ask? The power of ask is simply, if you want something, you just ask for it. And the worst that can happen is someone could say no. And I guess the best that could happen is they could say yes. But if you don't ask, then more than likely you won't get it at all, right? You won't get... So anyhow, I just exercised or utilized, I guess I utilized the power of ask by, because I was all, you saw me, I was all like just gonna buy a new cup at full price, and but then at the last second I thought, well, you know, maybe I could just ask to see if she could just fill it up or refill it for me. And she did that. She topped it up for free. Oh shit, though. I was gonna leave a tip, and I didn't leave a tip because she deserves a tip. And I guess I'll go back to the little tip jar Stick a couple bucks in there. That's going to be awkward now. You know what I mean? It's like I've already left the building, and now I'm going to go back in there and stick money. But if you're ever going to be awkward about something, maybe it should be when you're giving them money. I mean, you know what I mean? Maybe that's okay then. Do they have a tip? Huh. I don't, well. Oh, here we go. Here you go. All right, I found it. Had to sort of search for the tip jar. It's not really a jar. It's like a little square plastic thingy. All right, let's get out of here before the awkwardness, even gets to be even more. Okay, so you've seen enough of my face. Let me go ahead and you can see Lathrop, California. Here I am at the Save Mart supermarket shopping center, and they got trees in the parking lot. Beautiful trees and some sort of flowery bushes. Little white flowery bushes. I guess I'm assuming you guys can hear me okay, right? And I don't have my ear pods. Here's another thing that happened. Here's another thing that happened to me. You know, I bought those Apple Air Pro earbuds, I guess they're called, and I really liked them, loved them as a matter of fact. I was gonna marry them, I loved them so much. But then they took a shit on me. It stopped charging for some odd reason. I don't know why. I'm jaywalking, and I'm not gonna get a ticket. Anyhow, oh God, here comes a car. Please don't run me over. I'm slow and I'm old. Thank you for not running me over. And it won't charge. These goddamn things won't charge for some reason. And then they just totally went dead, and they're just dead. Now, the little charging cube, they're weird. It's not like the iPhone. It's a whole different thing. But it's the same one that I use to charge my Apple Watch. The cords are different, but the little, the plug-in part is the same. And the Apple Watch charges up fine. That's still working. So it's not where I'm plugging it in. It's not the little, the plug-in device. I guess that's the charger. So maybe it's just the cord that plugs in, because it's a different cord. It's a different type of cord. So I don't know. Those cords always go bad. But anyhow, so I can't use my earbuds because they're dead. I can't charge them. So I guess the only thing I can do is either go to hold of customer service, Apple service, whatever they call it, and then I don't know. Then do they want me to? I have to then try to either find a. Yeah, I'm in a truck. I'm in an 18-wheeler. Okay, it's not like I can just get in the car and run around, right? So, do they want me to mail them back? Will they just send me another one, or I have to go to an Apple store? And that's another thing, I'm in an 18-wheeler and I'm on a bit of a schedule here. I can't just run around town in my 18-wheeler looking for the Apple store, So basically what I'm saying is I'm pretty much screwed on the Air Pro earbuds, whatever you fuck call them, until I get home. And who knows when that's going to be. Because I've already been on the road for 3 weeks. I've already got loads booked up until at least next, let's see, I think next Wednesday, like almost a week from now. That'll be up in Washington. So, you know, I'm at least a couple of weeks away from even thinking about getting home to Vegas. So unless I can come across an Apple store somehow and Uber to it, or whatever, then I'm without those earbuds. And it really sucks. 'Cause I like them. They worked really good. Had great sound, and you could take calls and hear really good on them, and you know, they really worked well. But now the goddamn things won't charge. Cheap ass made in China bullshit. That's right, I said it. Like the phones and the earbuds and the shit they make I think is really good, but their fucking cords are crap. I might just need a new cord. Maybe I could find a cord somewhere. Sometimes trucks stop selling them, but then they sell aftermarket shit that's not Apple approved or whatever, and that shit's crap. You know, you buy it, maybe it'll work for a few days or a few weeks, and then it doesn't work. And here's another thing. I apparently left my belt in my suitcase that I left in my car, which is in Las Vegas. And right now, I'm wearing these shorts, and I feel like they're about to fall off of me because I don't have a belt on. So just picture that. Below this screen, I got a pair of shorts. They're barely hanging on as I'm walking. And my hands are kind of full right now. I got one hand's got coffee and the other got a cigarette. No, I don't have a cigarette, but it has a phone. But I'm getting closer to the truck. Let's see if I can get this to work. There's the truck. That's the distance I gotta make to not have my pants fall down. So the only question is, will I make it? Will I get to the truck before my drawers drop and everyone sees my underwear, my undies, which are actually kind of nice. They're boxer briefs, a nice gray color. I like them. You know, if the world sees that, it's not the worst thing in the world. You know, could be worse things. Could be, you know. But anyhow, I made it. Here's the truck. Here I am. Brought you like a hurricane. Woo! Yeah, I made it. My pants are still up. Yeah. It was touch and go there for a minute. But I did it. I made it. Alrighty. We're in the truck. Getting in the truck. Not quite in the truck. Climbing up into the truck. Putting my coffee into the coffee with a cup holder, giving you some narration. A little narration here. And there I am. I don't know. I guess. Alrighty. Well, alrighty then. So let me start this baby up. Get those airbags to fill up, and I'm gonna start my clock and get going on the road here in a little bit. Let's see here. Whew. Alrighty. Well, that was fun. That was fun. You know, I went over there. It's like we had coffee together. Over there at the Starbucks in Lathrop, California. Hopefully I'm charging. I just plugged in this charger. Got a little bit of a vibration going there. And that buzzing sound is going to be going on for a little bit, but it'll stop in about 30 seconds probably. Hopefully. So this has been a bit of a unique Trucker John Live. Yesterday, I don't know if you noticed, if you saw it, but I posted. I know Rose said she saw it. I posted a video a couple days ago of just like in a regular video format of this little car just all of a sudden comes over and almost just right in front of this other guy, and then I went ahead and made I cut out a little clip of that to put in a short because I thought this might be an interesting short, and sure enough. I put that in there, and then in the evening I went and just checking out the page, and the thing had like 4,600 views. I was like, whoa, that one really kind of took off, you know. So I got that going for me, you know. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I got the engine running. Hopefully you can hear me. Yeah, there's bad drivers, but I think we've always had bad drivers throughout the history of driving. There's bad, and it's not just four-wheelers. You know, four-wheelers are what we call you normal drivers. That just drive regular cars. We call those four-wheelers. It's not just thanks guys for that feedback there. It's not just the four-wheelers. I've seen a lot of goofy ass 18-wheelers do some really crazy ass shit, you know, like not just like little shit, but like really mind-boggling shit. Of like, why the hell did you do that? What were you thinking? You're in an 18-wheeler, dude. You're not in your little car, you know? Yeah, I think there's a lot of distracted driving with with cell phones and all that kind of shit. Okay, so I'm got my clock started. So in 15 minutes, I can get going. I'm gonna do a little walk around. I got a stupid light over here. I was monkeying around with it yesterday. It's like the bulb is good, but there must be a loose connection. And so I just, as a temporary fix, I tried to just duct tape it, and it seemed to be working. But then last night when it got dark, I could see it was like flashing on and off. So that sucks. So I'm gonna have to get that taken care of, and it's not the first time. I've replaced that switch I think 2 other times. I don't know what's going on. Why maybe it's not the actual switch because they're just replacing the plug-in where the light plugs in. The problem must be up further somewhere in the wiring. So that sucks because, you know, it might not be super expensive, but it is expensive in terms of downtime and all that kind of shit, you know. So I'm thinking about getting another. I am thinking about getting another cam, dash cam, because I have the one here in this truck, and I could take it out. Like what I want is for my car, my personal vehicle, but it's kind of a hassle to take it out, especially since I'm only home usually for like a day or 2 days at the most. It'd be different if I was home for like a week or 2 weeks maybe. But I just hate unplugging it and then plugging it in and you know, I don't know. I don't think that's laziness, right? That's not really laziness. That's just I just don't want to. I don't feel like doing it. So I was thinking about getting another dash cam for my car, and maybe just a cheap one, because if you remember the story that I told from a few weeks ago, where those guys were chasing me. You know, that was in my personal vehicle. I wish I would have had like a dash cam for that. Not for any type of police report. I'm purely selfishly thinking that would have been a great video to post on YouTube. Probably would have got a lot of views. That's all I'm thinking about. And that's kind of tongue in cheek, but just kind of, you know, just kind of tongue in cheek. So anywho, today is Thursday, and it is the 6th, right? All day long, October 6th. 3 days past my birthday, and I will be on probably next Tuesday. Just trying to think what I'll be. I'll probably be almost exactly where I am right now, because I'm going to go today to Phoenix, and then Saturday I'm picking a load in Lake Havasu, which is up in Arizona, and I'm taking it back up to Red Bluff, which is just, what is it, like 100, I think about 170 miles from here, north of here. And then from there, I'm going right back here to Tracy, which is just down the road, a few miles. And your birthday's tomorrow, Kinky Streets? Well, congratulations. Happy early happy birthday. Early happy birthday. In case if I don't see you tomorrow. So happy birthday. And then, okay, so that's going to be picking up on, I think I'm picking that up on Tuesday. So next Tuesday, I will probably be very close to where I am right now. I might even be in this same spot next Tuesday. Or I might be over there picking up that load. Because the load is said it wasn't ready till noon. So unless they change that to an earlier pickup time, I will probably be, I bet you, I might just be right here in this spot next Tuesday, this same spot. And if not, I will be within a probably 5-mile radius of where I am right now. And then next Thursday, because I'm taking that load up to Centralia, Washington. Centralia. So that's up I-5, and that delivers on Thursday. I'll be delivering on Thursday. So depending on if everything's going okay schedule-wise to make that delivery, I should be able to do a show Thursday from up there in Washington. But if things are running tight and you know, and I have to get that in there, then I might have to either cancel that show or change the time or something. But anyhow, we're still over a week away on that. So, or wait, We're a week away. Exactly a week away. Huh? And that's where I'm at as far as the loads. Like I said, it looks like the load board hopefully is getting better, at least out of Phoenix and out of Central California it was. I'm going back up to Washington, so we'll see how it is. I didn't check the load board. I was going to. But I haven't done it yet. Is that true, Kinky Streets, October 10th? Or are you just saying that? Well, why would you just say that? Yours is tomorrow on the 7th. So. I thought, yeah. So anyhow, but I know a lot of October birthdays though. Like I'm the 3rd. My aunt who just passed away, I guess a little over a year ago. Hers was October 4th. My ex-wife is October 16th. And it's funny, the guy that she married after me, I think his birthday might have been October 4th or something like that. It was really weird. What was that, Jolie? Oh, the most popular birthday among Jolie, October 17th. Is that your birthday, Jolie? Wait. Valentine's Day is not till February. Oh, because of February and then 9 months and all that kind of stuff. Maybe so. Does the math work out on that? I'm not a mathematician. Wait, you think I'm just going to do math? Okay, let me open up these curtains and let's let the sunshine in. Oh yeah, 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 let the sunshine in. Oh. And here's another thing. I'm talking about cords and charging cords and all that kind of shit. I've got a really nice one of those little portable, vacuum cleaners, and I can't find the goddamn charging cord for that. And I've torn this truck apart looking for the damn thing, and the floor of the cab of this truck is getting really filthy. And I can't find the cord for my vacuum. And it's getting to the point where it's just really gross now. So I've got a couple choices, I guess, a few choices. I could either A, get on my hands and knees and I could try to sweep this shit out, which is what I'll probably end up doing. Or, trying to find places that have vacuums, like a car wash has a vacuum. That's pretty hard to do unless you go to a Blue Beacon. So I guess I could go to a Blue Beacon, but the way they have it set up is it's in order to use their vacuums, which cost like $1 or whatever it is. I don't care about that, but you have to get it. It's like you have to get in line for the truck wash. So let's say I just want a vacuum, right? So I get in line, and they have a couple sets of vacuums right there before you go into the the wash bay. And what if I only want a vacuum and I don't want it? So then I'm gonna vacuum, and then I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm just gonna pull through. I guess I could do that, but I don't know. It just seems like it's like they're pressuring you to always wash your truck, even if all you need is a vacuum to use the vacuum. I'll probably end up doing that. I don't know, because I need to vacuum this thing. I'm always losing that kind of shit, man. And it's really pissing me off. It's really pissing me off. Okay, you guys want to go on a little walk around with me? Because I gotta walk around the truck. And basically, I just keep it kind of simple. I just making sure nothing's like falling off the truck, you know? There's nothing dangling. Making sure, just check, make sure nothing, you know, I don't see any leaks or I don't hear any air leaks anywhere. Make sure there's no flat tires. Turn on my lights, see if they work. And if this headlight is out, I'm gonna have to, well, it's daytime, I can get away with it, but I don't know. Throw some more masking tape on it. Maybe I better bring my masking tape. Just as a temporary hold until I can, what do I do with it? Until I can get it to a shop somewhere. The life of a truck driver. Okay, we're gonna do a walk around. Now I could be all fancy and use my tire thumper. I usually don't use it, but yeah, you just kind of hit the tires with your tire thumper, and get a nice little bounce back action there. And should give you some indication of whether or not the tire is flat. This blinky light is blinky blinky. I don't see any damage to the trailer. Ooh. I guess that one's all right. I went ahead and threw a lock on this thing just in case. You know, my running lights and tail lights and stuff, or brake lights are on, and flashers, four ways are working. Yeah, mud flaps are all good. And tires are up. Tread appears to be decent. The air wing looks good. It's not coming down. The blinky blinkies are blinking, the four ways. Got the four-way flashers. They are a blinky, and let's see. Mud flaps are good. And okay, I guess I got air. And I got some wear on the side here. That's not good. Still got this damage. I don't know if I'm ever going to replace, if I'm ever going to fix this or not. This is the headlight that's been giving me problems. It's on right now, but there's definitely a loose connection or a loose wire or something. This one's working. My running lights they're all working. I would say we're good to go. I would say we're good to go. On that, I don't know if you could hear me over the engine. I was talking the whole time. I don't know if you guys heard me or not. Come to think of it, I didn't really think about that until till just now. But hopefully you heard all my very informative, dialogue there about the walk around of the vehicle. So, I need to get some water. I got my coffee, but I'm gonna need water probably soon. Let's see here. I'm gonna put that within reach. Alrighty, so I guess oh yeah, it's time. So I guess I'll be hitting the road over here. I'm not gonna get to Phoenix tonight. I got 690 miles, and I'm not gonna do 690 miles in my old age. I'll probably do like 500 or 550. And I guess that'll put me somewhere around Colorado state line, over by Blythe and Ehrenberg. And then from there, it's only a couple hours into the destination. So that's the way I'm gonna do it. That's the way I'll do it today and tomorrow and the next day and the day after that and the day after that. Oh, sorry, I was caught in a loop. Got myself caught up into a loop. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be caught in some kind of a time loop continuum thingy. By golly, you don't want that. Now, do you? No, you don't want that. See, when I do my when I do the Trucker John live stream on the iPhone, I can't really do my outro music. Oh, I could do it. I could whip out the old. I could whip out the old iPad and just do it from there. But I don't feel like doing that. As much as I love playing my music and all that, I don't think I'm gonna do it. This was a very special episode of the Trucker John live stream, and I hope you all enjoyed it. It was a little bit different, but it's okay to be different every now and then. It's okay to break things up, and switch things up, not do the same old thing every time, So it's good to do that. So I did a good thing today by being different. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. Today, what time is it now? It is 10:30 Pacific time. Well, that clock's fast, but it's about 10:25, I guess. In the Pacific time zone here. And thanks, Jolie. I'm glad you were here. I'm glad to see you. Kiki Streets, glad you're here. I don't know if Kenneth Otto is still here, but I saw he was in there. And they call me Rose. And whoever else was in here. And there's Ken. And I was trying to read it, and then it just fades away. Ken says, just don't let your alarm clock radio play. I've got, oh yeah, YouTube's right. Yeah, and my YouTube alarm is, I always want to say Greta Van Susteren. What's Greta Van Horn? What's the Greta Van Fleet? Whatever. That song, I think it's Highway. A, because I really like that group. B, I really like that song. And then C, because it's Highway and I'm a trucker. And that's my alarm sound, my alarm song. So if that were to go off, I probably would get some sort of a copyright claim. Because those what are they? From Finland or something? They're greedy. They're just greedy. No, I'm just kidding. They're not any more greedy than anybody else in the world. But anywho, so I'm gonna have to check out that hot mic moment. I didn't see it yet. Yeah, Greta Van Fleet, and they can fleet. Boy, let me tell you, they can fleet. They are a fleet of foot. The sad thing is, I swear to God, since I've turned 62, I'm like, all I want to do is sleep. I feel like just going back. I've had almost 2 cups of Starbucks coffee, and I walked like a mile, and I swear to God, I could go. And I slept like 8 hours, I think, last night, or at least 7. I feel like going back in the bunk and taking a nap right now. That's not a good thing to say when you're about ready to start a journey. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. No, but I'll get it going. I'll get going here. I just don't feel like going, man. I just feel like chilling out. I just feel like chilling for a few more minutes. You guys want to chill for just a few more minutes before I go? I don't feel like going right now. I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like maybe I should take another sip of coffee. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. Maybe a gulp. I'll take a gulp of coffee. And I just don't feel like putting this thing in gear right now and going. I just don't do it. I just don't feel like it. I feel like waiting a few minutes. I don't know why. Maybe it's my spider senses telling me to wait a few minutes, you know? I don't know. Should I wait? I'm gonna wait. You guys wanna wait with me? Just 5 more minutes. Just 5 more minutes. And then we'll say our adieus. We'll bid our adieus to each other. And then I'll see you guys probably. I guess Hal's going to be on chat today, right? I haven't heard. Like, today's Thursday. Is he doing the 4 p.m. or did he go to a 3 p.m.? I get so confused with Hal. What time is Hal coming on today? Does anybody know? Because I know he's, I think, traveling to a show. He's doing another show. So anyhow, I'll probably see you guys somewhere in some chat. Whether it's Hal Sparks or whether it's sometimes I see you guys in Randy Rhodes. Not all you guys. I think, does Kinky, do you go over there to Randy Rhodes? I think I see you there, and I think I see you with Nicole Sandler. So I might see some of you in Nicole. And then, so if Hal's on today, I'll probably see you guys there if he's on today. If he's not, then I'll see you tomorrow morning. Hopefully he's doing a show tomorrow. It's Friday. He should be doing his 9 a.m. show, hopefully. I don't know if he's on the road again or if he's going to be back home. If he was doing Yamava, I think he might have been doing Yamava, which is down by, you know, that's down by San Bernardino. Oh, Kinky Streets. I thought you were in Nicole Sandler. Okay, so I don't know how you listen, if you just do it from YouTube or if you're, or what, but like what I do, because they are on Progressive Voices. There's a Progressive Voices app, and Stephanie and Tom Hartman and Randy Rhodes and Nicole Sandler, they're all on there. Even Tara Devlin's on there at night, I guess. But the only show I usually listen to on Progressive Voices is Stephanie Miller, because it's just easier to listen to her on that rather than, because then she's on Free Speech, and Free Speech is weird. It's if you try to watch it through their live feed, it just seems all cut up weird and everything. So I just enjoy it better just listening to it on Progressive Voices. And then the opposite is almost true of Tom Hartman, because I used to listen to Tom before Hal. You know, like a couple years ago or a year and a half ago, whenever I started listening to Hal. But then the way Progressive Voices would cut into his show was weird, so it was always better just to go to YouTube and listen to, and I would just either watch or listen to Tom Hartman on YouTube, and then pretty much I stay on YouTube the rest of the day. And so then now that Hal is in the picture, so it's, you know, I usually just go to Hal Sparks on YouTube, and then I'll usually catch the last hour of Tom after Hal is over, and that's all on YouTube. And then you can stay on YouTube, and then just search Randy Rhodes, and she's on there, and just put her I guess just subscribe or whatever, and then you'll see she comes on every day. Okay, so you're East Coast, right? King Street. So for you it's 3 p.m. For me it's 12 noon. Every day, Monday through Friday. So she's on for 2 hours, and then right after that, I just stay right on YouTube. Even though you could go to Progressive Voices, or you could go to their direct websites. But right after that is Nicole Sandler, and you can just subscribe to her, and then you'll see the notifications. So it's easy, so it makes it easy just to jump. Well, I have all of them on YouTube, except for Stephanie Miller, because she doesn't live stream from YouTube. She only does it through free speech. But then, so like I say, so then it's pretty easy just to hop from show to show. So like when Tom and Hal are over, you just go right to Randy, and when Randy's over, I go right to Nicole Sandler, and when Nicole's over, go right back to Hal if Hal's on. And that's pretty much my day of listening to shows. And if I'm driving, then I don't see you guys. But if I'm on a break, stopped somewhere, then I'll go in the chat, and that's usually when you'll see me. I'll say hi, and I'll see you guys. And that usually means that I'm stopped somewhere taking a break. Oh yeah, Twitch. See, I don't do Twitch. I do have an account on Twitch. I don't really like Twitch. I mean, it's okay, I guess. It's just, yeah. So that's cool. She's on Twitch, and you could watch from there too. So anyhow, but that's my daily kind of format, or my daily listening / viewing schedule. It starts off with Stephanie Miller, and then from there it goes to Hal, and then the last hour of Tom Hartman, and then it's 2 hours with Randy Rhodes, and then an hour with Nicole Sandler. And then, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, usually Hal comes on at 3, right? But then on Thursdays is 3, Thursdays was 4. But then, his schedule gets all kind of changes. And then after Hal, I'm usually either stopping for the night by then, or sometimes I'm going for another, I might be going another hour or two after Hal's done. That's why I like it when he goes long. When he does these, he used to do a lot more of these like 3.5, 4 hour shows. I didn't mind at all because I was still driving, and so it was good to have him. Have him on there. But when he goes off like right at 5, let's say if he starts at 3 and he goes off at 5, and I still might be driving for another hour or 2 or 3 sometimes. And then I'm like, okay, now what am I gonna watch? And then that's usually when I'll stumble into like the. That's how I think I found like Michael Malloy. He was just a guy, he's not like a talk show host. He's just a regular guy like me, like us, who does a show. And then I stumbled into like Cool Frog and those guys. I saw that they were live, and so I would just push their, I just would click on their, icon or whatever you call it, and just listen to them until I parked somewhere. So that's pretty much how I roll, man. That's how I roll. And I'm gonna about ready to roll here in a minute. So thanks everybody. Looks like 4 thumbs up, 4 people watching. That's a pretty good ratio, 4 to 4 ratio. If you didn't give me a thumbs up, go ahead and do that now. It'd be greatly appreciated. Hal doesn't like Bernie much. I think he likes Bernie. I think, but he's just, can be brutally honest about how, Bernie only becomes a Democrat when he runs for president, and all of a sudden he's a Democrat because he knows he can't win as an independent. The infrastructure isn't there. The institution is there for. The way it's set up is for 2 major parties, Democrats and Republicans. If you want to win, you almost assuredly will have to either run as a Republican or run as a Democrat. So I think Hal brings that up. How Bernie utilizes the Democratic Party whenever he wants to run for president, because he can't do it as an independent. Not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. And I like Bernie. I voted for Bernie in 2016, right? 2016. And in 2020, in the primary, I'm talking about the primaries. In the general election, I voted for Hillary, of course. 2020, in the primary, I voted for Elizabeth Warren. And then in the general, I voted for Joe Biden. So you can like these other people in the primaries. You can, like they say, like Randy Rhoads always says, in the primaries you fall in love, and in the generals you fall in line. And I have no problem with that whatsoever. Because I'm a registered Democrat, lifelong Democrat, and so I vote for Democrats. Okay? And I have no problem with that because there's never been a Republican in my lifetime that I would ever even think about voting for. None of them. Not even Reagan, not Romney, all these supposedly that are supposed to be they were supposed to be more reasonable, I guess, or whatever, like Romney. Fuck him. He's an asshole. He's a vulture capitalist, just like Rick Perry said he is. Probably one of the only true things I ever heard Rick Perry ever fucking say when he was saying that Mitt Romney is a vulture capitalist. Some truth actually came out of that man's mouth. But I've never liked any Republicans ever. So I have no problem whatsoever saying vote blue no matter who. I have no problem saying fall in line in the general and vote for your nominee. I have no problem with that whatsoever because, like Hal says, if you feel that your only two choices are evil, then choose the lesser of two evils. That's an expression. Some people will say, "Oh, you think that the Democratic Party is evil?" No, I don't think it's evil. It's just an expression that means that, you know, why vote for the one you think is going to do like more harm, I guess. Do the one you think is going to do less harm. And in my case, I'm voting for the one that I think the Democrats are going to do more good. Okay, than the Republicans. The Republicans don't do any good for me. They don't do any good for the bottom 99.9%, basically. Especially, and certainly the bottom 97%. They don't. Arguably, you could say maybe the top 3% benefit from a Republican, but the bottom 97%, I don't think do at all. And people might be surprised that the bottom 97%, obviously that's almost everybody, because only about 75 or 80% of us, just going by income, only make 75 or 80 grand a year. That's your top 80% right there. That's over, 3/4 of the people are only making $80,000 or less dollars per year. So Republicans don't give a fucking rat's ass about people that make 80 grand a year. All they want to do is pander to you and throw out these hot button issues like abortion and guns and how much they hate gays, and they hate gays getting married, and they hate people, they hate women exercising autonomy over their bodies and making their own reproductive choices. They hate the fact that there might be some gun laws that might actually save some lives. They hate all that shit. So, and they bring, that's what they use to gin people up, get them all excited, and that's how they get their votes. Because they can't win if they only have, even if they have the top 3% in their corner to vote for them, that ain't gonna be enough to win elections. So they pander and they lie and they twist and they spin, and that's how they get elected. And they have a big giant corporate propaganda machine, media machine, in things like Fox News and big radio outlets that used to run like Rush Limbaugh. Now that fucker's dead, but they still have a whole slew of those motherfuckers that they just put out there 24/7, 7 days a week, multiple radio stations in the same market. I see it all the time as a driver. Before, when I used to listen to more over-the-air radio, which I haven't really done in the last few years because I've been, all these shows on YouTube. But before, when it wasn't feasible to do that, I had to listen to over-the-air radio stations, And all you could get was fucking Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity and Bill O'Reilly and even Alex Jones and all those motherfucking assholes. And you could be in the fucking middle of nowhere in some podunk fucking middle of Nebraska, middle of fucking Wyoming, middle of Kansas, wherever, and that's what you're gonna get 24/7. Even on the weekends, they rerun those shows. It's like a constant barrage of Rush fucking Limbaugh and Bill O'Reilly at the time, and even Glenn Beck and Sean Hannity, all those motherfuckers, Michael Savage. It was on and on and on everywhere you go, and you could flip through the dial, and that's all you got. Or you might get a sports station, or you might get an ag report, because there's a lot of ag shit, right? And the rest of it was all those assholes, 24/7, man. So we're lucky, even when Air America was around in 2004, and we got some Air America stations, and that's why I made the progressive radio station list on Facebook, and because I tried to put a list together of radio stations. I don't know why this Maserati parked right in fucking front of me. Anyhow, I guess that's his truck. And now he thinks he can just fucking park in front of me? Check this out. So this motherfucker, yeah, he gave me a peace sign. I'm gonna be leaving. I wonder if he heard me say this motherfucker. My windows are up. And I said it kind of loud, and then that's when he looked at me and sort of like gestured like he's gonna move, maybe, I don't know. But I guess he's just dropping his boyfriend off. I don't know. What are these fucking truck drivers driving Maseratis, man? I'm not doing it right. I got a fucking 2000 Caddy. This guy's got a fucking $90,000 Maserati, maybe more. Okay, I was on a big rant. I guess I'll go off my rant. You guys know the thing. Yeah, Kinky Streets used. They're cheap for you, maybe. No, I'm just kidding. Maseratis have no resale value. Aw, he waved at me. So sweet. I waved back. We're having a moment. We're having a moment here. But anywho, I still don't know why he parked like that. But anyhow, I guess that means I have to leave now. I guess, I'm pretty much telling the guy I'm leaving. So anyhow, Maseratis, Cadillacs, Rush Limbaugh, it's all the same. It's all the same shit. A 3-year-old Maserati is cheaper than a new Camry. How much are new Camrys now? Are they still in the 40s, or do they bump up into the 50s now? I don't know. I'm looking to get a truck. I think I'm gonna get a truck and put a camper on it. I want to get one of those campers, like one of those pop-up campers. I saw a Raptor. It's a used Raptor for like 26 grand, and it's the right color. It matches my truck, and it matches my Cadillac. I think I might get that and then put a camper on it. But anyhow, okay. So now I don't want to go to another tangent. I better hit the road. 30K for a new 30K plus for a new Maserati. That Maserati, no. That one brand new, I bet you is 90 grand at least. Anywho, I don't want to fight with you, Kinky. I don't want to fight. Who said hi? I can't really read it. Someone just said hi. Oh, Toyota. Okay. That makes sense. Anyhow, I can't read who said hi. Kim? Hi, Kim. Thanks for coming on. I'm just now ready to shut down. So make sure you give me a thumbs up. And I do need glasses. I barely passed my... Every year I have to do a physical for my medical card. Truck drivers are required to carry a medical card that specifies that they pass basic medical and they're fit enough to drive and they're not going to hopefully not just keel over on the wheel, right? And since I'm on a CPAP, instead of doing it every 2 years, I got to do it every year. And this last one, I just did it like last month or whatever. I guess it was August. I barely fucking passed, and she told me, she goes, dude, you need to get glasses. Because every year my eyes have been getting worse and worse and worse. And she goes, John, I think it's time. You need, by the next time you come in here next year, you're not going to pass the eye test. So I got to get glasses. I have these little readers in here, but they don't do shit anymore. So I want to get LASIK. Really is what I want to do. I should just do it. I don't know. I mean, I just been saying it for like 5 years now. And but I guess I should just go get the glasses, because that's the thing. I don't get the glasses because I keep saying I'm gonna do the LASIK, but then I never get the LASIK, so then I don't get the glasses. So I should just go ahead, get a fucking pair of glasses, prescription glasses, and at least have that, so that when a year goes by and I still haven't got my LASIK, I can at least pass my goddamn medical, right? Okay. So anyhow, don't they buy EcoBoost? V6 Raptor? Oh, don't buy the... No, I'm gonna get the V8, motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding. When I say motherfucker, it's just like I'm being street. I'm being street right now. I mean, I'm all for like EVs. I'm all for, all that shit. But I want a truck, and the infrastructure isn't really set up, I don't think, I mean, I know they have the new Ford Lightning and you can put a camper on it, but I've seen a bunch of people doing tests, and the guy got a camper, and literally he's like I don't know, it seems like he drives about an hour and a half, and he's got to stop and charge. It's just not there yet. You know what I mean? It will be in maybe 5 or 10 years. I think the EVs, especially for trucks. I think for little cars like Teslas and shit like that, fine. That's fine. I think we're there. We're just about there. We need to get more charging stations, a little more infrastructure. But I think range is there. I think price is coming down. So that's all fine, and that's dandy. But if you want a truck or even a van or something like that, I think we might be a little like 5 or 10 years off from really perfecting that a little bit more, so you can get more range out of those and actually have a load, right? Because campers that's a payload. That's you're adding weight to that truck so if you're adding 1,500 pounds or 2,500 pounds or whatever it is, then that's going to knock your range way the fuck down, and that's what's happening now with these Lightnings and stuff like that. So I figure, okay, if I buy a used Raptor, and I know it's not good for the environment, but it's used at least. It's not like I'm buying a brand new one, and I'm only going to probably drive it for 5 or 10 years, or I'm either going to die or by then, or I'm going to trade it in for a Lightning, because the Lightnings might be even better by then. I'm hoping that maybe in 5 or 10 years, or 5 or maybe not even 10, but somewhere between 5 and 10 years, I think those Lightnings will be I think they'll have it ironed out where you can actually put a camper on it and still get some decent range out of it. That's what I'm hoping for. So if I buy a Raptor, people can call me a hypocrite, because I am totally into EVs. I even have a Facebook page called Electric Vehicles to Save the World, and I post all kinds of pictures and shit and articles about EVs, because I'm totally in favor of EVs. I always liked Elon Musk until he became kind of a douchebag in the last few years. But I think that's just all money related. I think the richer you get, if you're even slightly a dick or an asshole, I think then it's the more you become, the bigger of an asshole you become is proportionate to how much money you get. You know what I mean? And he's been getting richer and richer and richer, and he's becoming more douchey and weird. But I still like the guy. I like what he did with Tesla. I like how his thought process was, look, I'm going to make these really expensive roadsters, and I'm going to sell those, and I'm going to put that money in towards building the Model S. And then he built the Model S's, and the prices came down, you know, from the roadsters that were like 250K or whatever, down to these Model S's that were like 130, 150, and he knew that, hey, that's the market, that's not the mass market, but there's going to be people that are going to buy those, and I'll be able to keep building the company. And yeah, he did take out loans from the government, and yeah, he did get a deal with Toyota, but that's all fucking business, man. And he's able now, one of the richest guys in the world. Unfortunately, he's a little bit dingy in the head, but I like his cars, and I like what they're doing with the Model S, and then the Model 3, and they have the Y and the Z and the Q and the P. No, I don't know, but I like those cars, and I think they're good cars, and it really did help, I think, to spur on the other companies once they saw that Tesla was taking off, and even though they may have only had not even a percentage of the market, and then and maybe as they've gotten more popular, they might still be in like single digits as far as market share or whatever. But I think Elon Musk, through Tesla, has been very instrumental in getting not only Toyota and Nissan on board, but now Ford and Chevy and BMW and Volvo and Volkswagen. I mean, every company is now, and they have been for the last few years, developing EVs, and they've got EVs on the market. And I really think, and I might be wrong, but I think Elon Musk deserves some credit, and I think a lot of credit for getting the ball rolling on that, because for decades they were dragging their feet. The auto manufacturers were dragging their feet for years and years and years. We all know about the GM, whatever that fucking car was called, and they back in the 90s, where they made a bunch of them and they gave them out to people to test them out, and then they ended up just you know, destroying them all or whatever. And then they kind of put their EV development in mothballs for a long time. So I credit Elon Musk with getting the ball rolling. And you can think he's an asshole, and I think he's kind of an asshole too, and I think he says some really weird douchey shit, but I don't hate him. I don't hate the man, and I think he deserves credit for getting the ball rolling. Having said that, I might buy a fucking Ford Raptor V8 that is not the most you know, carbon neutral type of vehicle or environmentally friendly, but I drive an 18-wheeler too, so what the fuck, you know. Like I said, you do what you can when you can, as much as you can, whenever you can. And I guess the thing that I do right now is I'm a proponent of EVs. I'm a proponent of alternative energies, new renewables. I'm a proponent of solar and wind and wave and all that kind of shit. I'm all for it. I don't go for this shit like fucking MTGs saying that it's not masculine to drive an EV or all that kind of. Fuck you, you fucking little cunt. She's a fucking cunt. And I said it. There, I said it. MTG is a fucking cunt. All right, I might, if I lose subscribers for that, I guess it's the cat's out of the bag. I can't take it back. Can't take it back. So anyhow, we'll leave on that friendly note. Okay. Woo wee! Wow! I guess I'm ready to go now. Ready to hit the road. Woo! I got that off my chest. I've been wanting to say that for like a long time. No, it just actually shit just pops out of my mouth. You know. Like the other day. Here's a story. Okay, one more story. I think this is like one of those Midwestern goodbyes, right? Okay, we'll end on this story. So the other day when I picked up this load in Salem, Oregon, I went up there, picked up the load. I was going out through the. You have to go out through a little guard check. They have a little arm things down, and so a gal comes out, and she was this cute gal, probably in her maybe 30. I don't know, half my age, you know. But she's cute, and so I give her the paperwork, and she's like, she has to look at the paperwork. She's checking the seal, make sure everything is copacetic, and then she hands me the paperwork back, and then she turns around, and she's walking back to the gatehouse. And when she turns around, I just was looking at her, and she was wearing these nice, kind of tight blue jeans, and just out of my mouth, it just, you know, I'm sitting up here in the truck, and she's down on the ground about 10 feet away, probably, and I just go, I think I just go like, cute butt. And I didn't mean to say it out loud. I swear I did not mean to say it. And I didn't think she heard me, but then all of a sudden, it's like she turned around and she smiled at me, and I was just like, I was like mortified. I was like, oh my God, I think she heard me. And I probably turned like a bunch of who knows how many shades of red, I don't know. But she just turned around and smiled at me, and then she just reached into inside her door, there's like the switch, you flip a switch and the gate goes up. And she just was smiling at me, and I kind of was smiling back, but I was just like, oh my God, I think she heard me. Oh my God. So I was so embarrassed. And then she opened the gate, and I just rolled on out, and I was just like, I got out of there. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get out of here. I didn't think she heard me, but I think she did hear me say cute butt. So that was embarrassing because I'm an old man. It'd be different if I was 30, maybe, you know, but I may be old, but I ain't blind. That's what I always like to say. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for being here. God, I love that you guys are here. You spent, how long have we been doing this now? 113 minutes? How many hours is that? Is that like 10 hours? Just kidding. I know. It's only an hour and 53 minutes or whatever. But anywho, gosh, that's actually longer than I usually go, I think. Stamina today. So, Kiki Streets, thanks for being here. Jolie, Kenneth Otto, they call me Rose, Kim, I didn't catch the last name because I need glasses. Anybody who was here, thank you so much. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the show button, or as we like to call it, the share button in YouTube talk. Hit that share button. Let's grow the show. Let's make this the #1 show in the world. This should be, Trucker John live stream should be like the biggest motherfucker in the world. I should be taking the world by storm. I should be bigger than fucking Jimmy Dore. I should be bigger than Russell Brand. I should be bigger than fucking TYT. I should be bigger than David Pakman, who just got 1.5 million fucking subscribers. I should be bigger than, well, not Hal. I should only be second to Hal Sparks, okay? So hit the share button. Let's get the word out. Trucker John is fucking awesome, and in the house, in the truck, on the road, down the road, all that good stuff. All right, guys, thanks a lot for being here, man. I'll see you next Tuesday, 9 a.m. Pacific time. Don't miss it. And I gotta have some music